All right, we are on air, which is perfect. So let's go ahead and jump right over to it. Hey, what is up, everyone? It's lead forecaster David Alford for the YouTube channel here. Hope you guys is evening or your night is going pretty well. We're doing some winter storm tracking tonight, and I am excited to do it. Got a new little weather setup too over here, so it's going to be a perfect. Hopefully, it goes to a perfect streak tonight. We'll see what happens. If you guys have anything you want to say in the chat or have any comments or questions, feel free to say it. If you have not yet hit that like on the stream, please do so more people can see this. And of course, if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and do so. To see more of this coverage in the future, I don't just do national as well. So that's the key word there. I don't just do national. All right. And as well, I do have a little poll made in the chat saying, are you in this winter storm? By the end of the stream, we'll probably take a look at who's in it and who's not in the winter storm. I know a lot of people are probably in it. But I made a poll. You can check it out if you want to. And like I said, hit that like, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And of course, leave a comment on the stream right now if you want to. But for the meantime here, we are going to do some winter storm tracking right now. So we are going to go ahead and get right into that in just a second here. And yeah, and reminder here, if you are enjoying this coverage, please hit that like button. If you like to see more of this in the future, please subscribe. Thanks. Anyone else want to leave Twitter? You go right ahead. Elon Musk has pretty much destroyed the app. I'm actually on the website. I use the website for Twitter. Actually, I do have a app too. I never get on it, but what's happening with Twitter, right, Mims? Let's go ahead and get right into the coverage right now. So coverage of this winter storm begins right now. So first off, if we take a look here at our map here, we have winter storm warnings here. So the counties in pink, winter storm warnings. And this purplish color here, that's a winter weather advisory. And in this blue is a winter storm watch east of Quebec and northwest of Abilene, Texas. And it's not just Texas that has the winter weather alerts. Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee. Does Arkansas have winter alerts? I'm not seeing any winter alerts at all for Louisiana. So very interesting. Well, if we go a little bit north here, look at this. Look at that. There's a whole lot to talk about. Lots to talk about for sure. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and get right into it here. First off, let's talk about what's happening right now. So we have a winter weather advisory. For some reason, this area is highlighted in blue. That's a flood advisory. So it looks like we're getting flood reports too, somehow, in the snow. So very cool, I guess, with that. So be careful. So on the radar here, we see rain, we see freezing rain, sleet, wintry mix. Then we see snow, light to moderate snow. So the higher elevations are probably seeing snow. The lower elevations are probably seeing more of a sleet and a wintry mix in the snow. So people in the blue, either seeing a good light snow or seeing a wintry mix with snow. If you're in the purple, you're probably seeing a wintry mix, maybe some light snow, but mainly just a wintry mix, and maybe some freezing rain too. And the rain, the normal rain you see, probably just freezing rain in the rained area. There's also been reports of thunder, sleet, and thunder snow, even with lightning too, for parts of Arkansas. This was through Oklahoma earlier this afternoon, and there was thunder, sleet reported, and even some in southern parts of Missouri as well. And now this has shifted easterly-ward now, and wouldn't be surprised if we got some more thunder reports of the sleet or snow. Wouldn't be surprised if we had some thunder, even some lightning too, mixing in. Wouldn't be surprised if we had that as well. Will you be live all night? Said Devin. I will not, or not Devin. Sorry, Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. Kevin Devin. I have a friend named Kevin, and I have a friend named Devin. I get you two mixed up. Sorry, Kevin. So I will not be live all night. I'm going to be live for about an hour or two. The weather here is so bad. The weather changed really quickly. It went to the 30s, and then now it's 17. Now it's like 14 degrees. So I'm starting to get a headache and stuff. So we're not gonna be live all night. And plus, if I didn't have school and my head wasn't hurting, trust me, we would be live all night long. Well, I got school and my head is hurting just a tad bit. I do take ibuprofen too, so hopefully it goes away. Plus, I do have water over here. But guys, I was saying here, guys, on the radar here, we got a bit of everything on radar. We got snow. Let's do this here. We got some white on here. We got some blue on here. We got some purple on here. We've got some yellow and green on here. So quite a bit of stuff on the radar right now. And if I actually just take off the radar here, look at this. We have ice storm warnings. I was talking about ice storm warnings last night in a local live stream. I was talking about ice storm warnings. No one agreed with me about them issuing these. Look here. Look what we have now. We have ice storm warnings. And this is for Little Rock here. That's what we're looking at here. It's from now till 9 in the morning Wednesday. So a whole 24 hours of an ice storm expected in Little Rock, going to mid-morning on Wednesday. Let's see, a significant amount of ice, very possible power outages, likely, I would say, tonight to Tuesday night. Ice should be between 1/4 to 1.5 inch of ice. Sleet accumulation should be less than a tenth of an inch. And if I'm correct, in Little Rock, there are school cancelings too. Over there in Memphis, Tennessee, we have an ice storm warning as well for significant icing, about 1/4 upwards to 1/2 of an inch of ice going through Little Rock to Memphis, or Jackson to Little Rock, or Hot Springs to Jackson, even east and westerly wards still continuing. We still have ice storm warnings in those areas, and that's in the purple. So purple is ice storm warnings, pink is winter storm warnings, and blue winter storm watches, and the winter weather advisories in that purplish color, and then that little green color you see down there, that is just an aerial flood watch, where there's a slight risk for flash flooding too. Down there, then we have dense fog advisories with crazy fog through Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, even parts of Texas too, having some crazy fog as well. So quite a bit of areas under winter storm warnings right now. Almost the entire state of Texas is under an alert right now. So this is Texas here that we're looking at here. Significant impacts of travel for sure. Schools are even closed too over here in Texas. I think a lot of schools are actually closed in Texas, but a good portion of the state of Texas under a winter alert. Central, all of northern Texas under winter alerts, winter storm watches, be likely to become warnings east of Lubbock, Texas, as well as winter weather advisories in that area. Dickinson, Kent, Ging, Stonewall counties, you guys are in the winter storm watch. This will likely become a winter storm warning until Thursday morning. Jeez Louise. And that second storm system, a lot of people had questions about the second storm system. So where's it building out, and when will it build out? So the second storm system is building up right now around let's do this here. So south of Panhandle of Texas, so where the winter storm watch is at. So let's say this: Lubbock, Abilene, Texas. Areas between that's the next winter. I'm gonna say winter storm, I guess. The next little winter storm is now regenerating between Lubbock and Abilene, Texas. Once that starts to build a lot more, this is going to be our third band, if I'm correct. I think it's our third band. Our third band of seeing sleet, snow, and ice, freezing rain too. I can't leave that out. So it's starting to form once again, and this will shoot northeast and even east as well. And areas with winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings, some of those will even expire till Wednesday or Thursday. Ice storm warning, so it expires till Thursday for some counties through Arkansas, through Mississippi, and Tennessee. So very crazy. Even Missouri too. If I'm correct, Missouri is under ice storm warning too. So nope, just winter weather advisories, but still very crazy. And some snow towards southeast of Wichita and Kansas. There could be some snow, and probably south of Springfield, Missouri. There could be some snow as well. But overall, it's a pretty good area too. Look how big this area is too, with snow. Very large area under winter alerts right now. And the main color we see, I would say, is pink and blue. Or sorry, pink and the purplish color. That's the main color we see. If I take off the radar, you'll see the purple. So actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to take off the radar here and look at all the alerts here. we have lots of alerts. So winter storm warnings, Texas or Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri. Actually, almost every single county in Missouri is just under a winter storm warning, except for like two. Illinois, winter storm warnings. Indiana, Kentucky, winter storm warnings. Ice storm warnings in Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Winter storm watches for parts of Texas. Winter weather advisories, Oklahoma, Texas through, it goes all the way into Pennsylvania. So Texas through Pennsylvania, we got winter weather advisories and some winter weather advisories in New York State. And look at this. It's not just the snow and wintry weather we also need to worry about. Look at this. We got wind chill advisories for dangerous, very dangerous wind chills, even deadly wind chills as well. Not out of the book. We have some wind chills. Really up to Fargo, we're talking wind chills minus 20 to minus 40 below zero, maybe minus 50 at times for some parts of the northern part of the Central Plains. Very, very windy as well. It's also pretty breezy as well. And where I live at, we're expecting wind chills right around zero, so it's going to be chilly too where I'm at as well. If you do hear a train in the background, just ignore that, please. But right now, I'm going to take another look here at sneak peeks here. At school tomorrow, yeah, I think I'll school tomorrow, but they're forecasting some snow tomorrow for me, and it can actually probably be more of a sleet, and that sleet will actually stick on the roads. So they should think about that when my school rarely closes. Elto, minus 13. It feels like minus 24 for me right now. Jeez Louise, Caden. You stay warm. Bundle up if you're going anywhere. If you have school tomorrow, bundle up. I mean, you better not have school. That's just really cold. The entire state of Minnesota has a wind chill advisory. The entire state of Wisconsin under wind chill advisory. So just very crazy. And there were wind chill warnings. I don't know where they went. But there were wind chill warnings. But look at this. Pretty big area under winter alerts right now. So back on the radar here, we got the snow. So what I'm kind of seeing here is on the leading edge side, it's probably freezing rain, and it quickly switches over to wintry mix, sleet, and then on the back edge of it is probably snow, light to moderate snow, or light to moderate sleet is what's behind it. So that blue you see there, it might seem like snow, but there's also reports of sleet pellets mixing in as well too. I would say probably areas that are behind all this here, like Tulsa maybe, or OKC, or east of those areas. Probably still a few little flurries out there because it's cloudy skies still, and the atmosphere is ready to snow. So we probably are getting some flurries near those areas, probably towards Sherman or Dallas, Fort Worth, maybe some snow flurries as well. Then we got some showers, maybe a few little, looks like some little thunderstorms forming too. So there's that area where thunder sleet could be possible at eastern Texas into western parts of Louisiana, northwestern parts of Louisiana, northeastern parts of the state of Texas, maybe even portions of southwestern parts of Arkansas, seeing some light to moderate sleet possibly, or just light to moderate freezing rain, or with the sleet, there could be some lightning and some thunder, so I can't rule that out as well if you are in those areas. So very, very, it's just a very crazy situation down there as well. I mean, listen, just take a look at this map here. We got a whole lot of action on here. Radar-wise, it's a pretty big swath. Alert-wise, several counties in effect. There's 10 million plus people in the United States are under winter weather alerts. And then with the wind chill advisories, it's just worse. Almost 100 million people are going to be below 32 degrees tomorrow. Below freezing, there are about 100 million people in the United States. So it's going to be very, very cold for the United States. So as I was saying earlier, where's that next storm that's supposed to form? I've been told that another storm is supposed to form, but where is it going to form at? Well, the next storm that's going to form at is actually going to be in Texas. And the reason why we still have winter weather advisories out, winter storm warnings still out, is just because our second system of snow, wintry mix, sleet, and all that, our second system is now forming or now building right now in the parts of Texas. So pretty much northwestern central Texas, southern parts of panhandles of Texas, or western Texas, northwestern parts of western Texas, we're starting to see our next little winter storm start to form. With this, we can see crazy amount of ice, snow, more of a wintry mix. I think we'll have a better bet of seeing a sleet than snow. But wouldn't be surprised if we did have snow reports. So let's do a little map here. So if you're north of this winter weather advisory, I would say, because you're expecting some snow north of the winter weather advisory zone, I would say half an inch upwards to an inch of sleet. Areas in the winter weather advisory zone, very bad road conditions expected. We're talking probably significant road conditions, especially in the winter storm mornings, and especially any ice storm mornings. We're definitely gonna have a lot of slick spots. Even trees will be a little slicky as well too. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. But trees will be icy as well, especially in the ice storm warning zone. The roads are going to be covered with ice, and areas not under ice storm warnings too. Areas in the winter storm warnings or winter weather advisories will also see sleet as well too. And with that sleet, it could stick on roads as well too. I know there's a lot of schools that have been canceling as well. I know a lot of kiddos have been enjoying that. I know. I mean, I would be enjoying that, but my school does not cancel. They try their best not to. And here we are with snow coming tomorrow, or actually sleet for me tomorrow. And school's not canceled, so I don't know. Half an inch of sleet for me tomorrow, so upwards to an inch. So there's my reasoning why this should cancel. Plus, wind chills are going to be at 2 degrees. So is that a good reason to cancel school tomorrow? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, very crazy with weather here. Are we in a neutral? Are you saying a neutral pattern, Raymond? So what are you saying here? Bastrop, Texas here. We're under a winter storm warning. Geez. Yeah, so you got to be careful over there in Bastrop. If you're in any winter storm warnings or ice storm warnings or winter weather advisories, you make sure you are being careful here. But yeah, winter storm warning for Bastrop, Texas. I am pronouncing that wrong for sure. I have a feeling I'm pronouncing it wrong. But winter storm warnings. So do you have school tomorrow where you're at? Or around your area? Do you have school? Texas. It's a lot of schools canceled. Plus, if you want to see if your school is closed or anything, look at your local TV station. They have a whole list of school cancelings across your area. It's frosty north of Austin, Texas. Had to trade my shorts and sandals for sweatshirts and socks and shoes. Very unhappy. I know a lot of people in Texas are used to the 60s, 70s, and even 80s, and this time of the year. But hopefully you brought your sweaters back in time because it is going to be right down full cold and icy for parts of Texas for sure. But good news to say, Texas, you guys are going to warm back up again sometime next week. So just enjoy so you guys are pretty much getting a punishment for enjoying the nice weather, the punishment here of ice storm. So that's what you're saying there in Texas here. Typical neutral pattern, David. Yeah, typical. I mean, they were talking about a major. Oh, wow, what? All right, so the end of last year, it's like around May into so the middle of May into like October, I have been talking about an ice storm for Texas since last year, and I was saying something about a significant ice storm last year. I stopped talking about it because I thought I was going to be wrong, but I brought it back up again in December, at the end of December, and I stopped talking about it. I just realized about this right now is what we're seeing an ice storm right now. So the article I read was actually surprisingly right. All my friends did not agree with me, and here we are right now with an ice storm. Wow. So some articles can tell the future, I guess. Crazy. It's crazy. Icy will be closed for tomorrow. All right, enjoy that day off of school over there. I finished my school, but my sister is in 10th grade. Well, she has no school. Enjoy. No school, just about anything Texas north of San Antonio. I don't think anything's open. If any school's open, they're pretty much crazy. I'm from Texas. I know how Texas drivers are, so it's very crazy. It's it's a four-state area thing. That's what I'm gonna say. Why we call it the Texas driver thing. Now, this is only going to be the strong and neutral. As of now, is what it seems like right now, but I think February. I think we might get to. I can't even talk. I think we'll start to get a little bit active in February, but I do think severe weather season will kick off strong by the middle to end of February. That was just a little long range there, but like I said, I'm thinking we could have some severe weather across the United States. Pretty good severe weather threats I'm anticipating from the middle of February into the end of February. But we'll see if I'm right. I was right about this ice storm back in May, so I can tell the future, I guess. All right. I'll try not to drive when there's ice on the road. Yeah, never. I recommend not driving on the roadways, especially when there's black ice. Do not drive on the roadways because you could get stuck. You could crash, you could slip, someone could hit you. A lot of bad things can happen if you're driving on ice on the roads, and of course on the bridges is a lot worse. The reason for that is just because with the road there's a ground, but for the bridge technically there isn't a ground. Not even technically, there isn't a ground. For ground wise, it's about 30 feet or higher or lower, depending where you're at on whatever bridge. But there's an open spot under the bridge for cold air to go under, and that starts to create ice on the bridge. So on bridges, it's a lot worse than it is on roads. And then on road-wise, it's a similar story, but you actually have ground. You gotta have enough cold air, and you're gonna need some precip too with that. Hope everyone stays safe. Yeah, I hope so too, Lisa. I hope you stay safe as well. Stay safe, everyone. You too, Lisa. I would think so. 82% chance of a neutral. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking right now. But this is a pretty large area seeing a side of winter right now. A lot of people thought winter was over. A lot of people thought, here comes spring. And as I've been saying for the past few weeks, winter is not yet done. And it's not done. Just look at this for an example. This is our second Arctic blast of this 2022 to 2023 winter season. This is our second Arctic blast. But this one is a little bit different than the other ones. This one's actually bringing us ice instead of good amount of snow. If we did not have ice with this storm system, we would be having decent snowfall amounts. Like 5 inches in Dallas could be possible if we saw no ice. That's amount of snow that could possibly would be happening. And a lot more winter alerts would be issued too if this was just snow. It's just an ice. It's more of an ice storm, sleet, wintry mix. It's just a mess. And some areas are seeing just snow. This morning I had flurries at my house with a few sleet pellets, but still, this is more of a ice event, but there are some areas actually seeing just snow, and it's sticking too. So it's not just sleet and ice, it's also snow that's sticking as well. So just don't forget about that. There's also few other things too that are out right now. So of course, like I said, these are the current live alerts right now, and the live radar here quite active alert wise, and the radar is quite active as well too. Texas and Oklahoma, we're getting a break, but with this next one that's building up in just probably the next 2 or 3 hours, we'll have another storm that forms in more western parts of Texas. Another storm is going to form, and that's going to be probably the worst of it. It's going to be the worst of it. If you guys are enjoying this coverage, please hit that like button on this live stream here. If you'd like to see more of this coverage or anything like this, similar to this in the future, like severe weather coverage, winter weather coverage, if you'd like to see more of that, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you do so, thanks. If you already subscribed and already hit the bell, appreciate it. Thanks. All right. Goodbye, La Nina. See you in a couple of years from now. I need a break. Yeah, a lot of people want a break from La Nina right, Maves. A lot of people do. Bye bye, La Nina. Won't miss you. Yeah, a lot of people want La Nina to go. But with La Nina, you could get some good snow too with La Nina as well. So if you want good snow, La Nina is here for you. If you don't want good snow, La Nina's finally leaving. Now we get ready for El Nino. El Nino. And El Nino is going to be an interesting pattern that we're going to be under. And I believe with El Nino, or is it El Nina or El Nino? I don't know. I think it's El Nina. I don't know. It's one of the two. With this, we got a better jet stream too. With this, with the jet streams, a lot of whatever's. So with rain, it's or snow, it's normally along the jet stream. So I like it when we're in the El Nino or Nano, whatever it's called. I can say La Nina better than El Nino. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But I like the other one better. Like I said, guys, we have winter storm warnings here. Austin, Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, DFW, Abilene, Wichita Falls, Tyler, Texas under winter storm warnings in Texas. Winter storm watches east of Beck. Odessa, Texas. Are you guys in the winter storm warning? Or nope, you're in the winter weather advisory. Midland, you guys are in the winter storm warning. Winter weather advisories wrap around it, including Mexico, too. So, very interesting. Lebec, Odessa, San Antonio. You guys are under winter weather advisories. Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Norman, Little Rock, Fort Smith, Shreveport. Actually, not Shreveport. Sorry, Little Rock, OKC, Tulsa, Norman, Springdale, Bentonville, Memphis. You guys are under winter weather advisories. Actually, Little Rock and Memphis under ice storm warnings. Winter storm warnings east of Springfield, Missouri, and more winter storm warnings as well. El Nino will be great bringing weather in Texas in the summer of 2023. That's from Brian Trex Hurricanes. I think I said that wrong. Well, looks like we got some. Looks like we are getting some little wintry mix still. Central parts of Texas. I should call my grandparents and check up on them. My voice is dying. I love how my voice started to die as soon as I said that. I should check up on them and see how things are going. It's been some time since I've last talked to them. My Nana has Alzheimer's, so that's not fun. But like I said, guys, we are getting wintry mix still for parts of Texas, even Austin, Texas, too. Seeing that I was in Austin, Texas last year in 2022. I was in Austin visiting what's new. Texas has grown a whole lot. Population in Texas is more than 20 million, I think. So, pretty large area for people under winter alerts right now. We are getting a new wintry weather part here starting to form. So you see where the winter storm watch maps? That's where the next storm is brewing now. It's spinning, and probably in the next hour or so, we'll start to see some snow or sleet or maybe even rain start to pop up, and that will shoot northeast, and then eventually it'll shoot east and bring a whole lot of chaos across the United States. And if I'm correct, another cold snap as well as along with this, and about 100 million people in the U.S. will be below freezing tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be the coldest day I think it's ever been in a long time for the United States. During Christmas, a lot of people remember that, or during Christmas, we had a huge cold snap, very cold. We actually made it into the negatives at my house for actual temperatures, but we are near that where I'm at. So, yeah, look at this. Wind chill advisories. Several states, including Kansas and Colorado, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, and the Dakotas. Wind chill advisories. Even some thunderstorms for parts of the California, Cali states, and Arizona. Just keep eyes on those. All right, fun facts today in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the National Weather Service in Tulsa, Oklahoma, issued a special weather statement meaning a strong thunderstorm. There's meaning a strong thunderstorm. The National Service in Tulsa put out a special weather statement. I read the special weather statement. Before I read it, I saw sleet on the radar. I didn't see a strong thunderstorm at all. And guess what the special weather statement was about? It was about penny-sized hail and moderate to heavy sleet. Penny-sized hail, moderate to heavy sleet. It's my first time ever seeing a special weather statement saying hail is in a sleet storm. So we had some. It looks like we had enough energy for some thunderstorms to form, and we did have a general thunderstorm risk out too for that area. So very crazy, very interesting that we had hail mixing in with sleet. Very weird. My first time ever hearing about that or seeing that. I need a break. Yeah. Same. Hey EC, how are you doing? The U.S. is getting hammered right now with this winter storm. So, are you experiencing any of this in Ontario? So if you are, hope you were prepared. Hopefully everyone was prepared with this winter storm because this is very, very, I'm going to say dangerous. I guess I'm going to say dangerous situation. This is a very dangerous storm that a lot of people are in. Oh, wow. Governor Sarah activates a National Guard to assist during weather events. Instead of Arkansas, the National Guard is now in effect. So, very interesting with that. I'm taking a look at school closures. There are 44 closings in my area right now. Like I said, my school rarely closes, and if it does, I will do what I'm doing right now, guys. I will do tomorrow, but it's very unlikely my school will close tomorrow. Just letting y'all know. But yeah, no, you're not experiencing this in Ontario. Well, at least you're not, because it's very cold and sleety. I'm in Texas. My dog better. Yes, I remember. A lot of my viewers are from Texas, and I'm from Texas, but I don't live in Texas anymore. But I'm moving to Texas soon, so just letting y'all know there. Yes, I am keeping my eyes on Texas. Not just Texas, I'm keeping my eyes on too. Tracking Oklahoma, Arkansas, even the ice storm warning. So whatever areas in our winter alerts that's with this winter storm here, that involves with this winter storm, I'm covering for sure on this channel here. But like I said, whole lots of alerts right now across the nation. Like I said, about 100 million people across the United States will be below 32 degrees freezing, below that tomorrow. So very, very cold for a lot of us tomorrow across the United States. If you guys have any comments or anything like that or questions, feel free to say it in the chat here. The coverage will continue for another probably 30 minutes or so because I got school tomorrow, and like I said, I still have a little headache here. Took ibuprofen. It's helping a little bit, but I will have to go to bed soon. If you guys are enjoying this coverage, please hit the like button. Of course, I'd like to see more of this in the future, like more winter weather coverage or severe weather coverage or hurricane coverage. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And of course, if you do so, thanks. And if you already have done that, thanks a lot. But like I said, if you guys have any more comments or anything like that, go ahead and say it. Okay. I'm still in the Southeast Ridge. Still in the Southeast Ridge. I think I'm in the Southeast Ridge too as well. So the low is down south. Yeah, the low pressure system is down south indeed. So a lot of people have questions about where's this second part or third part of this storm forming at? Well, it's actually forming into parts of Texas, western parts of Texas, or northwestern central. Well, it's actually not central. So northwestern parts of Texas we'll start to see our next storm form. It should form sometime tonight. So I'm saying the next hour or so, we should start to see this storm form, and this will track northeast, then it'll eventually move east. And a lot of people know this. Well, snow, sleet, ice, freezing rain, thunder sleet, thunder snow, including lightning and thunder. So it's going to be pretty interesting. But where I have zoomed in right now on the map here, that's where the storm is supposed to be forming as very soon. It's pretty strong too, so please keep the drought away from me, pretty please. Yeah, surprisingly, I'm actually still under a drought. I'm still am. After several rain events and snow events, I'm still under a drought. But looking at cloud cover here, we got decent cloud cover into parts of the state of Texas. If anything was going to form, it would probably be south of Lubbock or Midland, Texas, probably between those areas. I say it's where we're starting to see probably some wintry mix or wintry precip. Nothing on radar yet, but we do have some decent cloud cover, so maybe some fog, maybe some freezing mist, freezing fog possibly, maybe a few flurries or sleet pellets. Can't be ruled out. I would say anywhere that's with good cloud cover. Can't rule out all the words I just said. Can't rule out any of those. But still, winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, and ice storm warnings still continue. So a very dangerous situation, especially if you're in an ice storm warning zone. You are going to be in the worst of all of this. So taking a live look right now on our radar here, we see rain, we see snow, we see a winter mix, we see sleet. So the blue and the white is snow, the purple is sleet or wintry mix, and then the green is either just rain or it's freezing rain. Likely it's freezing rain, is what we're seeing here. So we got a lot of purple. So it looks like on the leading edge, it's like leading edge, we got maybe a quick burst of showers, and it switches really, probably say freezing rain, then it really switches over to wintry mix. Sleet is what it switches over to really quickly. So we see a little bit of green, so probably freezing rain, and like 5 minutes later, it's freezing, it's wintry mix, sleet. And you see the blue, that's meaning there's snow happening. But I'm thinking here, with the back edge of this here, I'm thinking there's probably a wintry mix still going on. I've been told, I'm looking at radar, so this is what people are saying here. I'm looking at radar, I see snow, but I'm getting wintry mix still. And I don't know. I still have wintry mix still happening. So if you're in the blue, I'm sure there's snow happening, but it's mixing in with the wintry mix. If you're in the blue or seeing the snow, you're seeing the snow, but it will probably switch over to probably all snow. I'm sure you're hoping for that maybe, if you're in it, but still, I think it should switch all snow sometime soon if you are into it. Where is neutral right now? We will switch to an El Nino as well, so you will have to wait until you seem pretty excited about it. Yeah, I'll probably have to wait. And once we get into like the middle to end of parts of February, I'm going to start looking really long range, like looking into like spring weather. And I'm going to try seeing what could possibly happen for what spring could look like. So we'll see what happens. Probably by the end of February, I'll have my severe weather forecasting map out. When severe weather could happen, I'll probably have a whole forecast about that sometime soon. But the entire state of Texas, or central parts of Texas, northern and western parts of Texas here, not really much. I mean, I see some freezing rain still. I see some wintry mix, sleets still happening. That's pretty much what I'm seeing right now. Still in the the ice storm warning, we have more of a sleet and a wintry mix happening. And looks like some snow too. So that's what we're also seeing in the ice storm warning too. And with the ice storm warning as well, dangerous ice, significant icing is very possible and going to likely. But our next storm is forming east of Beck and northwest of Abilene. That's where the next storm is starting to form, and it shoots northeast, and then it will go east, and that will create a lot more issues. So you'll notice a lot of these winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings don't expire until the first day of February or the last day of February or January. So that's just because this next part of this ice storm or winter storm is starting to come. That's why we still have these alerts in effect. I've noticed some of these alerts have been extended, some of these alerts have been canceled, or they're going to renew ones. I mean, we will see what happens. But the areas are expected to get hit really hard. They've actually extended those instead of reissued them. They've extended those. So yeah, still can't believe we will be in two different patterns this year, but no one but two. Yeah, two patterns. It's gonna be a crazy beginning of the year, crazy. Maybe the middle and the end of the year, maybe crazy. But like I said, we got whole lots to watch still right now. Like I said, we got winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, ice storm warnings, and winter storm watches. So counties in pink, highlighted in pink here, winter storm warnings. Counties highlighted in blue, you're under a winter storm watch. Counties highlighted in that purplish color, you're in a winter weather advisory. Counties in that purple color, you're under a ice storm warning where more of a significant icing is possible for those parts of areas like Little Rock, you're in it. Hot Springs, you're in it. Memphis, Tennessee, you're in the ice storm warning too. So you expect about 1/10 of an inch of ice, upwards to 1/2 inch of ice. Probably can't rule out 3/4 of an inch of ice too between Little Rock and Memphis. Probably can't rule out 3/4 of an inch of ice as well. And it's not just that area too. Winter storm warnings is also possibly some significant icing possible as well too in the winter storm warning zone. So some snow, sleet, wintry mix, all hazards of snow or all hazards of precip are possible in the winter storm warning zones, ice storm warning zones, into the winter weather advisories. So you see those counties in blue that are under winter storm watches. That's an expansion here of winter storm warnings. So that winter weather advisory will likely go into a winter storm warning sometime soon. It will become a winter storm warning. And the reason why they expanded that area under a winter storm warning is because, like I've been saying for the past few minutes, we have a new storm now forming over this area. And once it does form, icing, sleet will start to happen, and some accumulation could happen. So that's why they've extended the winter storm warning zone out for 5 counties for parts of Texas. So a big bullseye for Texas under winter storm warnings. Southern parts of Oklahoma, winter storm warnings. Missouri, winter storm warnings. Illinois, winter storm warnings. Kentucky and Indiana under winter storm warnings right now. It will be getting really cold in South Ontario. Well, bundle up. You're in South Ontario, Canada. Bundle up for sure. And not just Ontario, too. Like I said, most of the U.S. will be below freezing. About 100 million USNs, something like that, will be below 32 degrees starting tomorrow. So very cold. I think there's like 56 million United States people under below freezing, and then tomorrow it will be a lot worse than that. And areas that are under winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, ice storm warnings, I'm sure there's probably school cancelings in those. If you want to see if your school has a cancellation, you would have to go to your local TV station to look at a local standard of what is closed. And talking about that at this point in time here, I'm actually looking at closures right now. There's a lot of schools canceling for tomorrow. But don't know if I'm probably going to school tomorrow, but I don't want to because 1, it's going to be very cold. 2, especially sleet tomorrow, and it's going to stick on the roads. And 3, I don't want to go to school. I want to track this. So, hopefully that's understanding to y'all. But those are my reasonings why I want to stay home tomorrow from school. I mean, do those sound like good reasonings? I hope. I hope so. Oh man! Thank you guys for 11 likes on the stream. Appreciate it. And I did have a poll. If you guys have not yet looked at the poll, it's by the pinned comments. I put a poll out saying, "Are you in this winter storm?" Once I feel like ending the stream, I will probably look at the poll and we will see who has said what from the poll. Let me see if they've changed the weather for me tomorrow. So yeah, well, I'll have to vote here. Yes, I am in this winter weather. Yes, I am. But I am not under a weather alert. So yes, I am in this winteriness, but I'm not under a weather alert right now. It's going to be 15 degrees for me tonight, just so y'all know. I don't feel like waking up in the morning 15 degrees or colder, you know? I don't know. No, I'm just not looking forward to waking up when it's very cold tomorrow morning. Not looking forward to it. If you guys have anything else you want to say in the comments or the chat, feel free to say it. Keeping me entertained, and you're keeping some other people entertained as well. So ask a question if you want to. Like, ask the question, where's this winter storm starting to form up again? Because we have another winter storm that's forming. And then, fun fact, there's another winter storm forming right after that. So we're having 3 events. This is our first one. Second one's forming in the next few hours. And the third one will form Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. If that doesn't happen, it'll be Wednesday night to Thursday morning. Hopefully I don't get a moderate this year. Yeah, in May of 2022, we had a moderate risk for severe weather in my southern part of my viewing area. Fun fact, not a single tornado warning happened in my viewing area, or severe thunderstorm warning. Not a single tornado warning while we had a moderate risk. So that was definitely a dead system. The reason for that is because of warm front did not go real north. It just stayed south. So they should have went like slight risk. And there was a tornado warning too when they went moderate, but that was not my area. That was actually in the slight, that was in the enhanced risk zone. So that was a big bust on a moderate risk for severe weather in May of 2022 for my area, including Oklahoma. So yeah, and I even got school to cancel early because of that. I felt really embarrassed after that because school, not even a single tornado happened. So that was a really embarrassing moment for me. That was probably the number one time I ever messed up. For weather-wise, that month was not a good month for me for doing weather. But now I'm improved, and now I'm getting better at it, of course, and trying my best to be on top of all of it here. Like I said, on the map here, we got a whole lot of alerts still, winter storm warnings, ice storm warnings, winter weather advisories, even winter storm watches, too, in effect right now. And if you are in any of the alerts right now, let me know, because I want to know. And if you're in the winter storm, I made a poll in the chats. It's by the pinned comment I made. If you have any, let me know if you're in this winter storms. It's a choice, yes or no. Let me know if you're in this or not, so I can know how many viewers are in this and how many viewers are not in this. And let you know if you're in this, it's going to be cold, and it's already cold now for a lot of us. Like I said, if you guys are enjoying this coverage, please hit the like button. And of course, I'd like to see more of this coverage in the future, like severe weather coverage, even hurricane coverage, or more winter weather coverage for the rest of the month or so. I will be doing it. If you'd like to see more of it, make sure to subscribe if you want. And of course, if you have done that, thanks a lot. And if you already have done that, like from earlier ago, thank you. But like I said, quite a bit of alerts right now, and I'm pretty much at this point just repeating myself about me talking about where it's forming, about the alerts. I'm just repeating myself pretty much. But still, I'm going to be on top of that. We've had a lot of reports of crashes yesterday in Missouri. If you guys heard, there was a lot of crashes in Missouri. There was freezing drizzle in Missouri yesterday. I was actually live during this, and there was a semi-truck crash. That was a brutal crash. And that was not good at all. But if you're on the roads, be careful. I mean, if you don't have to, if you're in the winter alert zone, and if it's snowing or it's really bad weather, if you don't need to be outside, don't go outside on the roads. If you really need to go somewhere on the roads, make sure you're prepared. Let someone know where you're going, because either you probably could get in a crash. I mean, if you don't and you make it, if you get out good, it's awesome news. But most people don't get out good. There was a 40 car pile up yesterday. Um, very, very crazy. What happened? 40 car pile up. If I'm correct, it was in the winter zone, and a whole lot of cars, even a lot of people even died, and a lot of injuries with that 40 car pile up. So just if you don't need to be on the roads, don't be on the roads. But if you really have to be on the roads, be very careful, be cautious, and take your time. That's probably the best key, I would say, is take your time. If you're going to be on the roadways. But if you have to go on the roadways, be careful, and can't rule out black ice too on the roadways, especially in the ice storm warning zones. Black ice is not out of the question. Black ice is not out of the zone as well. So if you're any alerts right now, make sure you are being careful, especially in the winter storm warning zones and the ice storm warning zones. So reminder here, we do have a winter storm watch. This is an expansion of a winter storm warning for parts of Texas here. This will become a winter storm warning. And the reason why they're adding winter storm warnings is because we're getting a second storm. So a second wave of storms is now forming parts of Quebec, south of Patrica, something like that, north of Sweetwater, and north of Big Springs, Texas. We are seeing an expansion of winter storm watches, but our next wave, our second wave of wintry weather is now forming. And with that, I think we'll have a better ice bet. So like better ice accumulation is what I'm expecting with the second wave. And that with better ice accumulation, of course, that will create a lot more issues. So the second wave we're seeing, I'm thinking better ice totals, maybe some snow totals for some of us, and sleet. Can't rule that out as well. Sleet's a big yes on that, and snow's a big question mark on it. But like I said, the second wave is building for parts of Texas right now. This will shoot northeast and moving eastward. But you thought that was over. No, we have a third wave special form as well, and that third wave is supposed to happen. If the third wave doesn't happen Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, it should happen Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. So there's supposed to be 3 waves. This is the first wave. Now we're just waiting for the second wave to form. Once it forms, we're supposed to have a third wave to form. And once that forms, we're done with this nasty weather, wintry weather. I mean, I'm enjoying the wintry weather, to be honest. I like it. I'm not even seeing anything at my house. It's just very cold, but still, I am enjoying just a little bit. But yeah, you might, Ray Mace. I mean, hope not. You're in Wisconsin too. Moderate risk in Wisconsin. Very crazy. What time of year was that? What month was that in year when you got a moderate risk in Wisconsin? But yeah, we got lots to watch. And reminder here, we do have a slight risk for flash flooding. So that's why we have an aerial flood watch outs. We have excessive rainfall. Even where it's supposed to snow at, we have an aerial flood watch too, which is a little interesting to me why we do have that out for, winter storm zone. But we do have that out as well, an aerial flood watch for some flash flooding, very possible. Ice storm warnings, Arkansas through Tennessee and Mississippi. And like I said, this is just part 1 of this storm. Part 2 is starting to form into parts of Texas. So if you already got hit by the part 1 of the wave, and part 2 is coming in a few hours, next hour or a few hours, if you weren't prepared for the storm that just happened a few hours ago or now, make sure to prepare now, because this second part is coming, and I'm thinking this second wave will be a little bit worse than what we just saw now. I'm thinking the second one will be worse with ice accumulations. I'm thinking a better bet of seeing a half an inch of ice in the ice storm warning zone. So I think a better bet of seeing a half an inch of ice will be with the second wave. Then we're having a third wave. So altogether at the end of the storm, we could have some areas upwards to an inch of ice. So we're going to hit by 3 waves. This is one that's hitting us now. Second wave later this evening or late tonight. And then third one will be happening Wednesday night or Tuesday night. So very crazy. And they are supposed to be updating alerts, winter, snowfall amounts, everything, which should be updating either next hour or they're not updating tonight. We'll update tomorrow morning. But they normally update one more time. On this map. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, they normally do update this. I was really close to a moderate last year. You were? I was literally next door to the moderate. I was in enhanced risk, but like I said, none of us any tornado warning happened when I was in the moderate risk or enhanced risk. So that was pretty funny. All right, why am I zooming into my area? No. But yeah, winter storm warnings, ice storm warnings, and winter storm watches and effects. Thankfully, we don't have any blizzard conditions out for these areas. Hello, future meteorologist Mia. Hope your evening is going pretty well. Hopefully everyone's evening is going pretty well. It is a very dangerous evening across the United States right now. And I mean, whoever's in this, good luck to you. I mean, I'm in this as well. And another thing to say is a lot of schools are closed, which is good. I'm sure a lot of kids are happy about that. For me, I have school still, so I'm not happy about that. But maybe tomorrow they'll cancel. We'll see. If I get under a winter weather advisory, they'll probably cancel because I'm expecting like a half an inch of sleep tomorrow. We'll see. All right. So about an hour ago, I made a poll on here. I made a poll saying. Just a second. All right. So I made a poll about an hour ago asking, are you in this winter storm? Are you in this winter weather threat? So we're going to see how many people are in this here. You're going to play some Minecraft. All right. I actually got Minecraft not too long ago. I haven't played it as much, but enjoy Minecraft while you're gone, Raymaze. Just a second. National coverage. High from Florida. 81 sunny today here. Wow. Warm. Yeah, it's warm in Florida, so if you want to go anywhere that's warm, go to Florida. Florida's the warm state. I know a lot of people would agree with that. All right, so as I was saying about the poll here, so let's see how many people said what. So we had 30 votes on the poll here, and my question was, who's in the winter storm? Oh, come on. So my question is who's in the winter storm? It's pretty much a tie right now. It's a 50-50 right now. 50% of you guys said yes, and 50% of you guys said no. So very interesting. No, just updated. 52% of you guys are not in this, and 48% of you guys are in this. So more people are not in this, but less people are in this. Like my parents are getting into an argument. I can hear them talking. You might hear them in the background if you do. Just ignore it. But I hear them in the background. So that's why it stops for a second. We officially made this live stream broadcast an hour long. Congrats on that. And yeah, I think we're probably going to wrap things up here since the chat is really died now, and we're probably gonna call it a wrap here. for tonight's. We'll end the stream a little bit shorter than we did last night. It was live to 10:30 last night Central Time. It's about 9:32 Central Time right now, so I'll probably go to bed very, very soon. I might get a dusting of snow in my state, Virginia, on Wednesday. Well, I mean, at least you're getting some snow, right? Dusting? Is that enough to cancel school? Some schools cancel if it's a dusting, but most schools don't. Just depending where you're at, but at least you're getting some snow. I mean, if you're wanting the snow, at least you're getting it. But if you don't want the snow, oh well. For me, I'm like, my TV station is expecting like a half an inch of sleet for me tomorrow, upwards to an inch. I do not agree with that. I don't think I'm seeing much, but we will see who's right. We will see who's right. But if you guys are in this zone, make sure you're being careful. Like I said, guys, if you guys are enjoying this coverage here, please hit the like button. Of course, I'd like to see more of this in the future. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps out a whole lot. And I don't just do national weather on this YouTube channel. I also do regional weather for my area, and also do local weather too for my area. To be honest, I'm a lot better at doing local weather than regional weather, just so y'all know. But when I do national weather, I like doing national weather as well. So when I got nothing to do, I do national weather. So here we are right now doing national weather. For local wise, I mean, there are some winter weather advisories for my parts of my area right now. So I guess now would be a good time to do local, but I'm not going to for the night. But maybe I'll do a YouTube video tonight talking about this wintry weather. I don't really do YouTube videos as much, but I might do a YouTube video in a few minutes probably. Once I end the stream here, I'll have a YouTube video. It'll be a local YouTube video, like a local weather update. And yeah, you're a forecaster? Yes, I am a forecaster. I'm going to say I'm a lead forecaster for the YouTube channel. I'm the lead forecaster because I'm like the only one that really forecasts stuff on the channel. So that's why I call myself a lead forecaster, because I'm the only one that does it. Then I have some friends that help around, so I call them forecasters. But yeah, I do forecast things. I mean, you guys can look at you guys look at my past weather live streams. You can take a glance at my graphics if you want to. Graphics are made by me, by the way. Whole lot of graphics I make. So I am a forecaster for local. Sometimes I do regional, and I probably do. My main things I would say I do is local and national. That's my main things to do. But the number one thing you see on the YouTube channel will be local. To be honest, that would be the number one thing. The only time I would go national is when we have significant outbreaks like what we're having right now, or when we have a severe weather threat greater than an enhanced risk. I mean, if we have a slight risk for severe weather or marginal risk for severe weather, like if I'm like sick or something, I'll probably cover it because I'll probably be at home. So I'll probably cover that. But if it's an enhanced risk or higher than that, I will go cover that. Just depends what the day is. If there's a moderate risk for severe weather and it's supposed to snow at my house, I'll be covering local, not national. Just depends the accumulation. Just depends accumulation-wise. If we're expecting some severe weather in my area, and it's not just my area, it's also like regional, I will be doing local for sure. Like earlier this year, like the 4th or 5th of January, we had a severe weather threat in the area. We actually had a tornado on the ground for parts for my southern counties. I was covering a tornado on the ground, and actually I didn't even know it was a tornado on the ground. It was just a tornado warning, but there was a tornado warning. Turns out it was rated as an EF2 tornado that hit near Commerce, Oklahoma, and I covered that with horrible internet connection too. So that was a pretty interesting stream I did there. But yeah, but my number one thing to do is keep people informed with the weather, and that's what I like doing. I want to be a meteorologist a little. Yeah, that's what Mia said. Yeah, I do too, as y'all can tell, I do. It's almost been 9 years since I have been enjoying / doing and I can't talk. It's almost been 9 years since I've been enjoying and been doing the weather. So crazy. Looks like they're canceling some winter storm warnings east of Springfield, Missouri right now. I think the reason for that is just because it's lighting up just a little bit, a tad bit. And yeah, it is because I'm not even seeing anything back there. But don't know if Missouri or Kansas or parts of Oklahoma. Don't know if they will put winter weather advisories out or winter storm warnings. We'll see if they do. But there could be an expansion to winter weather advisories for those areas. So we will see what happens. But pretty big area. Reminder, under winter storm warnings right now. If you're in winter storm warnings, what advisories or watches or anything like that, make sure you are being careful. So yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to say in the chat? Feel free to say it. Oh, I'm gonna end the poll here. So if you guys look at the chat here, I made a poll saying, "Are you in this winter weather event?" Pretty much. And earlier we had 48% of you guys said yes, and 52% of you guys said no. We had like 31 or 32 votes, if I'm correct, when we had that. So at this time, do we have an improvement on votes? Do we have a less amount of votes? We have less votes? I don't know. So we have 34 votes now. 53% of you guys said, yes, I'm in this, and 47% of you guys said, no, I am not in this. So, all right. I will take that. I will take that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support on the channel here, especially lately. Thank y'all literally so much. We are halfway to 300 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, just be ready, because I'm going to be doing something pretty huge once we reach that milestone on the YouTube channel. Probably once we reach 300 subscribers, I will do something. That's my next milestone to do. But yeah, thanks for support. Thank you guys for supporting a lot lately. And we almost hit 20 likes on the stream too. So thank y'all. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching the live streams and everything. That means a lot to me. It does. And during severe weather season here, I do have a friend that is a certified storm chaser, and he will be in the live streams very soon. So stay tuned for that. You're welcome. Yeah. Thanks. I wish David played Animal Crossing New Horizons. Animal Crossing. I've heard of that. But I don't play Animal Crossing. I mainly focus on weather. I don't play Animal Crossing. And I am working on a Twisted Thursday. Probably we'll have a Twisted Thursday live stream coming up. Probably sometime in the evening. Either we're going to have Twisted Tuesday tomorrow, or it's going to be Twisted Thursday. If I get home in time tomorrow and there's nothing crazy happening weather-wise at my house, we'll have Twisted Tuesday. It's a game that I'll play. It's a storm chasing game, and I'll play that. If I can't do it Tuesday, we'll do it Thursday. And if I can't do it Tuesday or Thursday, we'll do it over the weekend. Twisted over the weekend.